I live in Southern California and diesel prices are getting out of control. So today I'm gonna do something a little risky. I'm taking my 1985 Mercedes-Benz 300D and running what people like to call black diesel. Basically used oil turned into fuel. Let's drop that intro. All right guys, so we're back at home now and I actually have two things that I want to show you. It's two Harbor Freight buckets. So what we're gonna do is one of them is gonna have the controlled oil, the black diesel, and the other one is just gonna have pure straight diesel. The reason I have to do it in buckets is because you have to grab the oil, you have to put it in the bucket, and then you have to put a small quart of gasoline in it. Now we're gonna test it out obviously and everything. I used to do it with diesel, so I would actually grab diesel and oil and mix it together and then I would dump it in there. And it's actually cheaper than just buying pure diesel. I've never done the gasoline method. Everybody says that you should do the gasoline method, that you could do it, but I want to make sure that the gasoline is not too flammable. And I'm actually going to use the smudge pot that I have to basically test out the theory and stuff before I throw it into the Mercedes-Benz. And I also have an injector tester that I'm going to take a look at. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to fill up the buckets. One of them, like I said, is going to have nothing but diesel, and the other one is going to have oil mixed with gasoline. So I'm going to set you guys up, show you guys that. So give me 1 second. All right, so here we go. This is engine oil and transmission fluid as well. And it's not a lot of transmission fluid. It's probably like maybe 2 or 3 quarts, so it's not a lot. Most of it is engine oil. And now we're going to add some gasoline. So this is going to be the black diesel, okay? All right, so here we go. There's gasoline, and here we go. We got a red cup, and like I said, we're not gonna fill it up all the way. We're probably gonna fill it up halfway with gasoline. And like I said, before I even put this in my car, I'm gonna test it out in the injector tester, and I'm also gonna test out how flammable it is before I throw it in the engine and I create pre-combustion in my engine, and I blow up the whole engine in there. Now I will say this is where the disclaimer is gonna be at. This fuel, this gasoline that I'm adding, this thing is probably a month old, okay? It's a month old. Ugh. There's gasoline right there. There we go. Also, disclaimer guys, do not try any of this at home. This is just for experimental purposes and just for fun. This car will not run out there on the street, even if it does work, because this car will not run on the street. It will run off-road only if we do drive it, okay? There it is. Now we're gonna mix it. Let me go get something to mix this with. All them witches in black masses. Dun-dun. And like I said, guys, don't do this at home. This is just pure educational purposes. This is just for funsies, and you know, it's basically to see if we can make diesel for cheaper at home. Now, I'm gonna come back 6 hours from now. I'm gonna mix this again, and then I'm gonna come back 6 hours after that, mix it again, and then finally wait 24 hours in order to check this out. The other bucket is gonna be just diesel, but we're gonna fill it up with emptying out the tank of the Mercedes-Benz, because we know that there's diesel in there. So we're gonna empty out that tank and pour all that diesel in here. And once we have diesel here, we're gonna test it out with the diesel injector. Black diesel. And then the one with regular diesel, we're gonna put on the side. So there we go. So now we're gonna wait, like I said, 6 hours, mix it again. Another 6 hours, mix it again. And then finally wait 24 hours, test it out. But first we're gonna test out regular diesel. So here we go. Here's the pump machine. We're gonna put diesel fuel here. Now we don't need a lot, so I'm just gonna put that much in there. And then the injectors, I'm not sure if they work or not. We're just gonna test them out, see what happens, okay? So I'm gonna set you guys up where the spray, you guys could actually see the spray pattern, probably up here, okay? So give me a second. All right, so here we go. This is the actual injector from the Mercedes Benz that's over there. Let me point the camera. From the Mercedes Benz that's over there. And we're gonna see what the spray pattern is. It is a little windy, so excuse that. I wish I could put something over it so that, you know what? There we go. Oh, we got a leak right there. Okay, we're building pressure. Popping off right at 2000 psi. You see that? It's got a great spray pattern. And now, before the black diesel even has time to mature, so I can go ahead and put that injector back in the Mercedes, we're gonna go ahead and grab a little cup of black diesel, throw it in there, and we're gonna test it out. So here's an empty cup. There's a black diesel. We'll mix it a little bit. Just skim off the top. I should have thought about this better. I don't want to leak all over there. Not cutting the camera at all. And we're gonna go ahead and straight pour it in there. All right, set the camera down. Okay. Now the first couple of pumps is probably gonna be regular diesel because we just went through regular diesel with this thing. So let's go ahead and set it up. You'll probably see the black coming out right there. So let's go. 3,000. And now there you go. There you see the black diesel. See the spray pattern? You see how it's slowed down a little bit more? It's almost not even throwing it as clean. It's throwing it into like a jet stream. You see that jet stream? You don't want that jet stream. You want a nice. It's not doing that anymore. Why? Because black diesel is dirty. It might still burn it, but oh, you see, it's getting a little bit harder to even spray it. So there we go. Now I'm gonna put regular diesel in this thing just so I can clean it up. Now we're gonna get good old diesel in there. I'll have to spray it a whole bunch of times in order to clean this thing up. Oh, there it is. Look at that. It's starting to spray better. And the lever is actually getting easier to pump. There it is. It's cleaning up. And that's what you want. You want it to mist. You don't want a big old heavy deposit out there. Black diesel, the spray pattern isn't proper. It's not becoming a mist. For what it's worth, it's actually not spraying. It's not spraying right. The spray pattern isn't there. It's literally throwing like it's like throwing a big old nozzle in there instead of an actual mist. And mist is a cleaner burn. And so yeah, so I mean, black diesel is not gonna burn as clean, and you're gonna go through it a lot faster. But we're gonna, like I said, also gonna test flammability of it, and we're also gonna test the flammability of diesel. Now we're gonna do that test in 24 hours. So once 24 hours is up for me, you guys will be able to see it. For me, it's gonna be 24 hours. For you guys, it's gonna be a second. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that injector back in the Mercedes and wait 24 hours. So give me 24 hours. For me, for you guys, it's gonna be 1 second. So give me a second. All right, y'all. So it is time. we're officially inside the Mercedes. We just finished putting 5 gallons of black diesel into the tank of the Mercedes. And, well, I put it in this morning, okay? Now, my whole drive down to work, it's downhill. So noticing any loss of power, I wouldn't be able to notice it. But now going back up home, I will notice any loss of power. So this is basically me turning on the car and going home. Now this car, I've always had to press the fuel pedal a little bit for it to start up. So I'm gonna do the same thing, right? So here we go. Press the gas pedal a little bit, kind of like pumping it like if I'm, almost like if I have a carbureted car. Starts right up. Now I'm gonna let go of the gas, okay? In 3, 2, 1, letting go. Surprisingly, it's idling pretty good. I don't have an RPM gauge. If you guys can tell, my RPM gauge does not work, but my speedometer does. And on the speedometer, we're gonna be able to see if I lose any power. This is a whole new camera for me, guys, by the way. The other one broke. I don't know if you guys saw my previous video. I went to the AutoZone, and on my way to the AutoZone, it broke. Yada, yada, yada. But I got another camera. I'm hoping that the SD card, I could save the footage from the from everything I've done. If not, you might not get a video this Saturday. You guys might not even see this video. So I might have to do the whole process all over again. So let's go ahead and go home, put it on drive, and let me put it on drive, take off the parking brake, and let's go home and basically see what the car does driving around with black diesel in the tank. All right, so immediately I do notice that I'm having to step on the fuel pedal a lot more for it to actually respond and actually take off. It's almost like I'm having to dump more fuel into it. 35 and then foot to the floor, okay? 35, foot to the floor. Yeah, no. All right, so we've reached the point where we're about to start climbing, okay? I'm going 55 miles an hour. Check it out, right there. And my foot is on the floor. Okay, we're going up to 60, 65. And my foot's still on the floor. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh. So, 62. So yeah, we actually do lose power. Not as much as I thought we would, because usually that hill I am able to go 70 miles an hour on that little hill. And I don't lose power at all with regular diesel. And at 70 miles an hour, I'm able to maintain it with the highest gear, which is overdrive. But right now, I'm having to I'm on overdrive still. I'm going 70. And this is the bigger hill. Hopefully I don't slow down because of cars in front of me. It is rough though. Look at the whole car, it is shaking. The whole front end is shaking a lot. It's still firing properly. Right now I didn't have the camera on, and I didn't see. I did have a small issue where I was stepping on it and it wasn't going past 10 miles an hour, and then it picked up, and then I took off again. So I did have that. I don't know if maybe the fuel pump wasn't picking up the diesel, the black diesel. I don't know what it was, but it finally picked up. We took off, and it hasn't had an issue since then. I was hoping it would do the issue right now going up the hill again. It's not doing it at all. So we're going 65 miles an hour. So now my foot's still on the floor though. That is a little concerning. When I'm driving with the regular diesel, my foot's not on the floor. It's like maybe a quarter of the way in, and it's still being able to go at 65 miles an hour comfortably. Now I'm at the top of the hill with my foot still on the floor. I'm going 70, 72, 75, 80. Once I reach the top of the hill, it picked up pretty fast. The top of the hill starts going downhill real quick. It's not like a big downhill. It is to where like the car isn't struggling at all. So I mean, it's driving. Okay, so like I was saying, it's picking up. I'm going 70 miles an hour, not an issue. Like I did say that I did have a small issue where like I would step on it and it didn't want to go, and then finally went. Like I showed you guys in the injector test, it doesn't throw a good mist, a good spray. It's very direct, so that always has me worried. But I mean, it's running. But you do gotta realize though, this car has over 400,000 miles on it. The engine is worn down. So at this point, even if it blew up, it wouldn't really be a big issue. I could just rebuild it, but it'd be a big issue if the car was newer, or you really needed it for work. If this car blows up, I got my motorcycle, I got my truck for work and stuff. But yeah. Now with that being said, I want this video to be able to drop tomorrow on Saturday, so I'll probably leave it here, guys. I'll do more tests later on. I will show you guys my version of black diesel, which is a little bit more pricier than the black diesel that I did right now. It's basically 5 gallons of oil and a small cup of gasoline. That's basically it. My version is 1 whole gallon of regular diesel, and then the rest is oil. So you still have to spend a good amount, which is not bad. I mean, it's basically what, like $5-6, well, $7 here in California of diesel. And yeah, so other than that, I mean, black diesel is up to you. By the way, I'm in Mexico. I'm not in a road in America. I am in Mexico right now, and I'm on my way home to a home of somebody that I know. So yeah. But guys, the information that I gave you is basically for just entertainment purposes, and it's not really for you to go out there and replicate it. There is a right way to do some things, there's a bad way to do some things, and then there's the way that I do it. And the way that I do it, I always tell people, don't do exactly what I do. So yeah, with that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate every single one of you guys. Next video, hopefully I'm already starting the go-kart process, the trike build. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. All right, 0 to 60. Down because I was making a turn, but pretty cool. All right, guys, see you guys next time. Bye.